Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2025 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cams.
There we go. Hey, what is going on, everybody? Lord of the Woods, how are we doing tonight? Or today? What? Oh, yeah, it's 5:30 our time. I don't know what time it is. On this planet, yeah. How you doing? Yeah. Sorry we haven't streamed in a long time. My wife had a unfortunate medical issue that came up, so, and plus work and everything else, so. But it's all good now. Yep. So we're back here. We're gonna do some Maximum Fear. We're gonna watch. So we have this mega compilation of this weird looking Bigfoot guy here. Dude, I can't wait to get into this. And this is all trail cam footage. Just from what it looks like. So Maximum Fear, man, he has some. Maximum Fear has some good stuff though. Mm-hmm. For real, I like this guy. He's right, for sure. Where do you get his stuff? You know, that's tight. Well, especially with all these, especially all these YouTubers doing all this stuff, it takes a long time. A lot of people don't realize it takes a long time to edit videos and stuff like this. Takes hours and hours and hours just to edit to where you like it and everything. Yeah, yeah. I mean, even what we're doing takes time because we're learning all this new stuff with the equipment we've got, and audio and video and all that fun jazz. But anyways, so we're gonna get into this video. And this guy here is ugly. No, not him.
Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2025 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cams. From weird unidentified creatures such as Bigfoots and skinwalkers to killers and to many other unexplainable phenomena.
That's what I was telling you about that.
So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying creatures caught on trail cameras this year.
What the hell the fuck was that?
So grab your I Found Bigfoot coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the scariest trail camera clips of 2025. Mega compilation. Kicking the video off with a very creepy trail camera capture. It starts off showing a deer that suddenly gets spooked, but nothing is there. Or so we thought.
Nothing is there. Oh, what the hell? That deer's like, I'm not this bitch. It's ain't stupid.
The deer freaks out and even kicks at something with its hind legs.
I don't think it was a Bigfoot. It had to have been some sort of like
And at the same time, on the left side of the screen, we see a weird light-colored shadow brush past.
See? That's what I was thinking.
Did this deer really get startled by a ghost?
Maybe.
Many are believing this is exactly what happened. I mean, what are the odds that this strange shadow passes by the camera at the same time?
I didn't see that at first.
Could this somehow just be a coincidence? It's also often said that animals can see things that we humans cannot. For example, pets such as dogs and especially cats are said to be able to see spirits in other dimensions
Cats do be looking up like this.
and feel ghostly presences.
Right?
And even though a lot of people believe the footage shows something supernatural, skeptics try to debunk it.
I would've never caught that.
Freaking ants. Good thing it was only like 5 seconds.
Yeah, right.
They think it's the result of a spider web or something floating in front of the camera lens, creating the shadowy obstruction. But then how do you explain the deer freaking out when nothing is there? I don't know. Definitely a lot of mystery surrounding this one. So what do you guys think? Ghostly spirit or explainable? Let me know in the comments, and also let me know if you guys believe in ghosts and have had any encounters yourselves. This new horrifying trail camera clip has been going viral. It comes from Georgia, and it was just posted on April 19th, 2025. The uploader, Dead Cinema on TikTok, states, quote, "Unbelievable Bigfoot sighting caught on trail cam in Georgia. Witness the moment this elusive creature stares and examines our camera, raising more questions than answers." End quote.
No. That is crazy.
I mean, if that's an actual Bigfoot, I don't know. I mean, it looks, to me it looks
Where exactly
like,
in Georgia this was taken is unknown, but it was somewhere in a dense forest there.
but all the
The Sasquatch-like
the
creature looks
face.
absolutely terrifying, with jagged, dull teeth, an ape-like face, and an overall disheveled appearance.
I don't know.
It looks super rugged and beat up.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why.
The fact that it's this close up and clear is what makes it so compelling. But a lot of people point out that it could be some very good AI or CGI effects, and it's not a real creature, which it certainly could be. However, there are a lot of Bigfoot sightings that come from Georgia, specifically in areas like the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Appalachian region. One of the most famous incidents occurred in 1988 in the North Georgia mountains, where several witnesses reported seeing a large hairy creature. Footprints measuring over 15 inches were also found in the area, fueling local speculation. Back onto the topic of this video clip though, one of the top comments reads, "That actually looks more convincing than all those other ones that look like Bigfoot just got groomed at a day spa with hair all perfectly smooth." Which is actually a pretty good point.
True.
A lot of times when we see photos or videos of a supposed Bigfoot, they don't look as rugged and as ugly as they should out in the wild. But the real question is though, is this close-up trail camera footage real? Or is it a clever hoax made with artificial intelligence? The following is a very compelling UFO sighting. It all went down on a Halloween night of 2024. A man was outside late at night looking up at the sky when he saw some weird V-shaped craft flying through the night, getting closer and closer. So he pulled out his phone as quickly as he could and he just caught it.
Whoa. Yo, that's crazy, dude. Wow. That was fast, too. See how fast that? Man, that thing's going way faster than a freaking fighter jet.
We don't see any outline on this craft, just some interconnected blinking lights forming a V-shape.
Could that be a potential meteor shower, maybe?
It flies by super quickly, faster than typical planes
Not
travel.
like in that pattern.
The lights are super bright and they almost look star-like.
Right.
So it seems this is either an unidentified aircraft or some kind of secret government aircraft or something. I mean, no normal airplane looks like this. And if it was, do you think we would see the outline? The man who filmed this video
And
makes it
just
clear that he
disappears.
thinks it's a UFO and not some kind of man-made aircraft. Also, all airplanes and registered crafts have those red and green blinking lights, also known as FAA lights. The red light is located on the left wingtip, a green light on the right wingtip, and a white light on the tail.
Okay.
These lights help other pilots identify the aircraft's position and heading. But this unknown craft here obviously doesn't have any of those lights. Now, this video comes from somewhere in the US, and the US is known for strange UFO and extraterrestrial activity. UFO sightings have a fascinating history in the US, and a few have really stood out over the years, becoming iconic both in pop culture and within UFO lore. Probably the most famous of all was the Roswell sighting in New Mexico. A flying disc allegedly crashed near Roswell. The US military initially reported recovering a disc, then quickly changed the story to a weather balloon. Decades of conspiracy theories followed, including claims of alien bodies and a government cover-up. Another one is the Kenneth Arnold sighting from Washington State.
That's cool. I like that.
Just before Roswell, pilot Kenneth Arnold reported seeing 9 shiny crescent-shaped objects flying at incredible speeds near Mount Rainier.
Like that close encounters.
His descriptions coined the term flying saucer after the press sensationalized his report. So could this video here be another addition to the plethora of UFO sightings from the US? Taking a look at a mysterious image, an image of the so-called Dogman. Allegedly, a man was outside for a walk in the woods, a familiar spot for him. He would often go on walks in this forest, and he had never encountered anything strange inside. He would sometimes see the occasional deer though, which he would look forward to. So this time, as he walked along, he heard something rustling in the brush nearby, just like a slight rustling sound. So he looked over expecting to see a deer, but instead he saw this.
I don't know. That's so blurry. Not really.
An upright dog-like creature staring directly at him is photographed.
Doesn't look like any.
The man quickly pulled out his phone and snapped the picture before running away for his life.
It's so blurry.
Luckily, the creature didn't chase him. Taking a look at the creature though, it's dark in color and covered in fur. It has pointed ears atop its head and dark eyes from what we can see.
What it really is.
Its face looks extremely dog-like, but its upright posture suggests it's something else entirely. A cryptid creature we know all too well, the Dogman.
I don't know about that.
As you may know, the Dogman is typically described as a bipedal canine-like creature, standing around 6 to 7 feet tall with the body of a muscular man and the head of a large wolf or dog.
That made no sense.
It reportedly has glowing eyes, either yellow or blue, depending on the account, long claws, and is often said to emit unsettling howls or growls.
Yellow eyes, he's got a bad liver.
After seeing the terrifying creature just lying in wait, hiding in the brush waiting for him, the man was so freaked out that he obviously didn't want to stick around and investigate further. So this photo is all we have to go by for this one. Definitely an interesting and scary capture. On March 14th, 2025, this weird video was uploaded to the internet. I'll go ahead and let the footage speak for itself.
Dapat kawan baru na.
Okay, what the fuck?
Woi, lagi santai kawan. Ay. Ela i dunia kawan santai. Pakai. Oh kawan. Kawan. Woi.
Yeah. Look at its legs.
A group of friends were exploring a supposedly haunted forest at night when they eventually came across this creature. It looks like some kind of goblin or something.
Not doing fucking shit. Just sitting there.
It has dark hair all over its body, but its red skin is exposed on its face. Looking closer, it has long, sharp claws, and it seems to be holding something in them. Either a baby or some kind of food it's eating, it's hard to tell.
Food, my baby.
And why it's just sitting there in that tree like that, we don't know.
Like it caught a bat.
Right.
All we know is it looks very realistic and completely chilling. Many cryptozoologists and paranormal investigators are calling this one a jinn.
A what?
Jinn are invisible supernatural beings created from smokeless fire, according to Islamic tradition. They're neither inherently good nor evil. They have free will, like humans, meaning they can choose to be helpful, malevolent, or just stay out of your business. They're said to live in a parallel world alongside ours, with their own societies, rulers, and religions. But sometimes they transition into our world. They're also said to be able to shapeshift, become invisible, possess humans, teleport, and influence people's thoughts.
Humans, we're gonna possess you.
And even sometimes appear in dreams or influence people's luck.
Sounds a little weird.
The evil jinn are called shayatin, and I would say this one here looks pretty evil, so maybe that's what it is. No matter what it is, this thing is definitely demonic, and the explorers are lucky to have made it out alive. Here is a brand new trail camera capture of the so-called Bigfoot. It's been making headlines in the cryptid community, with many thinking it's the real deal. A man named Mark Anders owns the trail camera and uploaded the strange footage. We can see the camera is placed in a stealthy spot, surrounded by some brush. But it's aiming directly towards a clearing, the clearing which this Bigfoot-like creature was spotted in.
Interesting. Kind of hunched over.
It has a powerful and strong build. With broad shoulders and thick furry arms, this thing is a complete beast. Who would have thought on this bright sunny day a Bigfoot would walk by the trail camera? Its slightly forward and hunched posture is a usual trait described in these creatures. It allows them to move quickly, and is also because they're seen as primate-like. It also looks to have no neck, another telltale sign of a Sasquatch.
It has no neck.
Judging by the sunlight shining down, it's believed the photo was taken in early morning or late afternoon. There's also a slight motion blur, showing us the creature was moving when photographed, which makes sense.
In there, they breathing all heavy.
No.
I think it's crazy how many people capture strange things on these trail cameras. I mean, I cover so much of it on my channel. From the picture-taking trail cameras to the video recording ones, they often catch things we wouldn't catch ourselves.
I was like, I'm gonna prolong this a little bit longer. You had to wait longer.
You'll be alright.
Then you start
Poor thing.
coughing, being all weird. I'm like, "Alright, I'm getting the hell out of here."
Yeah, it's time to bounce.
I think it's because these cameras are stealthy and not easily seen, usually going undetected by wild animals and even unknown creatures. With the growing popularity of these cameras, more and more captures like this are coming out. And I don't know about you, but I can't wait to see more.
Travel spending can spiral out of control when there's no system in place. With Navan's dynamic travel policies, employees
Here is one of the craziest Bigfoot encounters of all time. It comes with some amazingly clear evidence. It all starts when a man with a YouTube channel called We Do It Outdoors goes on a camping expedition. He's camping all alone, out in the forest, in a remote, undisclosed location, when he spots a huge, dark creature walking quickly through the trees. Seizing the opportunity, he pulls out his camera and begins recording.
Clear? How is that clear, bro? No, it's fucking running.
We see a dark, hairy humanoid briskly walking through the trees.
Is that a squatch, maybe?
It seems to move unnaturally fast for just walking. He was freaked out by this capture, but was still uncertain about it. He tried to rationalize it and say maybe it was just a big person or something because he didn't want to abandon his camping adventure. So, despite all this, he decides to brave it and stay the night like he had planned.
It was clear, but it's...
But late at night, as he's sleeping, he's awakened to strange noises nearby. And then he spots something.
What is that? Looks like eye shine.
Oh, there it is.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
A dark creature with glowing eyes swaying in the distance. It's just looking right at him. Could it have been the same Sasquatch-like creature he spotted earlier? Despite being completely freaked out, he stands his ground and continues filming. He even tries to communicate to the creature with a wood knock, and the creature responds.
Oh, I want to hear that.
I hear it.
It knocks and growls angrily at the man, and then it retreats, disappearing into the forest.
Yo!
Slowing the footage down and really analyzing the creature, it certainly looks like a Bigfoot,
Okay, look right there. See it?
especially in the first shot.
You can see like its fucking goatee and shit. It looks like it has a goatee, you know what I'm saying? Remind me of Harry the Hendersons.
It's believed this man accidentally set up camp in Bigfoot territory or something, because as I said, this was very deep in the forest where practically no one ever camped. Definitely one of the best Bigfoot encounters ever caught on camera. But what do you guys think?
So the
Was it a
second part
Bigfoot?
was great, but the first part was kind of
Let's go ahead and take a look at a brand new Bigfoot photo. It was just released on March 2nd, 2025 to Instagram. The caption reads, "An anonymous source claims to have found an old camera deep in the woods near Portland, Oregon. When they developed the film, this black and white image appeared on it.
The fuck is that?
A Bigfoot-like creature mid-run is seen.
Right?
Zooming in, the trait that experts point out the most is its face. So many people are saying the face looks way too realistic for this to be a costume of any kind. I mean, look at it. Its mouth is slightly open, it has a large protruding nose, prominent brow ridge. It looks like a human's face mixed with a monkey's, a typical trait of Sasquatches. We can also see it has a wide frame with broad shoulders, a protruding chest, and strong legs. Curious about the area, I dove into the history of Oregon and found something pretty interesting. In the 1960s and 70s, with the rise of interest in cryptozoology, Bigfoot reports in Oregon surged. Many people came forward with photos, footprints, and stories. Some of the most cited cases happened during this era. And from the 1990s to present, numerous sightings have continued into modern times. The Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, or BFRO, has cataloged dozens of reports in Oregon, often detailing nocturnal vocalizations, large footprints, or brief visual encounters.
Yeah, right.
Oregon also has an active Bigfoot research community.
That's what I was gonna say.
Groups regularly conduct investigations, organize expeditions, and collect anecdotal evidence. So, all this being said, could this be a brand new Oregon Bigfoot sighting? I mean, the photo itself looks pretty real. One of the better images of Bigfoot we've seen.
I don't know about that, but okay.
Taking a look at a scary trail cam capture that has a lot of people talking. The caption reads, "Woodsman captures a bizarre figure on camera. What do you think it is?" Roll the clip.
What is that? That's a dog, and then it jumped over the dog, right?
Well, like it jogged past it. Kangaroo-like.
That's a dog.
The uploader goes on to say that the man set up the camera after finding multiple mutilated coyotes on his property.
Really?
He wanted to find out what was responsible, so very close to the area where these coyotes were turning up, he installed the stealthy trail camera.
That dog is.
But he can't quite figure out what he captured.
That dog
He
was
says,
tied up.
"Skinwalker?" question mark. Now I don't know what the heck this thing is. There were a lot of mixed responses from those who watched this video.
Dogs, I was looking at it.
The top comment from Cheyenne McPale states, "That's super odd moving and for once doesn't look like CGI."
Yelling out.
Another user says Skinwalker, and someone else says it's a kangaroo.
Could be a skinwalker.
My first thought though was maybe it's an ostrich or an emu or something, judging by the way it hops and leaps by.
Okay.
Oh my god, emus on here apparently in the middle of fucking night.
Yeah, why not? Everything else out there.
But I don't blame the uploader for thinking it's a skinwalker or something supernatural, because the footage definitely does look odd. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave this one up to you, the viewers. What do you guys think? Let's continue this debate in the comment section. Here is a brand new video where a man has a close encounter with an unknown creature. It was just posted on May 4th, 2025. It was sent in to YouTube channel NVTV, with the man claiming that he had a face-to-face encounter with what he thought was a Bigfoot. He was out exploring a very large local forest very late at night, but he didn't say which forest exactly. But he was all alone with only his flashlight and his phone. Eventually, he noticed a pair of glowing eyes reflecting his flashlight and staring at him, and that's when he starts filming.
Why does that look human?
Oh, damn. It's awfully low on the
Hello?
ground. Don't you think?
Oh,
Way down
Is it like laying on its stomach or something?
we find out that's a freaking Sasquatch looking at us.
We find out.
He calls out to the creature and gets no response. It just stands there and watches him.
there. That's crazy.
That's different.
Wait a minute, this might be the real deal, everybody. We might be face to face with a Sasquatch right now.
He zooms in closer and closer and begins to realize the magnitude of the situation. That he's face to face with a dangerous Sasquatch. He starts running for his life, but then he falls into some kind of trap or
He's like been
something as he
recording
runs.
all this time, and he's like, huh. Did it growl at him or something?
Oh! Whoa, I just sank. Oh my God. What if that's a trap? Because look, he was sitting right there. He was standing right here when we saw him.
He thinks it was some kind of trap made by the creature. It's a huge hole in the ground, and it looks like it was camouflaged. And to put it into perspective for us, he gets into it, and it goes a lot deeper than it looks.
Could be.
Did this lone explorer come across a Bigfoot this night and almost get injured in its trap? Some people believe it wasn't a Bigfoot, rather a different cryptid creature, like maybe a dogman or a wendigo.
See, that's what I'm thinking of. I was like, Bigfoot, like, on the ground?
Others claim it could just be a wild animal though, because we don't get the best look at it. We mostly just see the eye shine. But the way the thing stalks the man and the overall look of it, it seems more unknown and dangerous. Definitely a crazy encounter. Luckily, the man was able to run out of the forest and not get caught in what seemed like its trap. Now this is one of the eeriest videos I've seen in a while. There's just something about it that makes it so creepy. A group of travelers were on Route 221 in San Vicente, El Salvador. They were just traveling down the road very late one night. They were doing a night tour, but the road was seeming particularly desolate this night. And it usually was desolate because of how isolated it is. Not many people traveled it, especially in the middle of the night. But something was still different this time. As they drove along, they spotted a strange-looking person just walking along the side of the road. Or was it a person?
I don't know.
Something was terribly wrong. Its walk is almost robotic. It doesn't break from its path, it just continues in a straight line. It's wearing a bright, shiny red jacket.
Shiny red.
Its head is skinny and slender, with no visible facial features. It has no face. And it also seems to be holding something in its left hand.
Money.
Yeah, it's money.
After backing up and filming the person or humanoid or whatever this was for some time, they put the car in forward and drove past.
And we're just like,
The man never reacts to the car, almost like it was programmed to keep walking forward.
yeah, that's weird, huh? Oh, they
Now,
were
El
backing
Salvador
up.
has many
Okay.
ghostly legends and tales of unknown creatures,
I just noticed they were
with
backing
Las
up.
Iguanaba being one of the most famous ghostly figures in El Salvador and across Central America. It's usually seen as a beautiful woman with long flowing hair who appears to men walking alone at night, especially drunk or unfaithful ones. She seems seductive from afar, but when you get close, her face turns into that of a horse or a hideous skull, which seems maybe a little bit similar to this one, I don't know. Another horrifying one is La Descarnada, a woman with no skin, just exposed muscle and sinew.
Your hat's real ugly. Start looking like a beauty queen in a minute.
She appears on dark rural roads or trails, and she allegedly tries to hitch rides or lure her victims closer before attacking them. or sometimes vanishing completely. So could this strange sighting have been one of these ghostly legends? Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments down below.
Here are 3 reasons why you should use Codecademy to learn how to code. Number 1 is their course catalog. They have a ton of courses from beginner to advanced in 12 different languages.
I know, I've been slacking on the Dogman captures for you guys. I feel like I get so many comments about the Dogman, but sometimes it feels like I've covered every single sighting of the Dogman. So sometimes they're kind of hard to find. But today I found another one for you guys. Now the photo is very overexposed and grainy and kind of distorted, so it does look a little odd. But it allegedly comes from a low-hanging trail camera.
Okay. I mean, it's a little grainy, but it's not terrible. You know what I mean?
It was an image-taking trail camera, not one of the video ones. Now this one is very mysterious. The location was unlisted, the time frame was unlisted.
That is weird.
All we really know is it comes from the deep woods.
Why would they do that?
The eerie part about this one is you can see some kind of light was shining directly on it, judging by the light and shadow seen in the background. It's believed there was a motion sensor light, as well as this camera positioned near it.
That's weird.
Maybe it was in someone's backyard or something.
It's got the muscles.
I mean, imagine seeing this creature in your backyard. But anyways, analyzing the creature itself, it's extremely muscular and detailed. Its arms are shredded, and we can tell this thing is so powerful and swift. And its face is just downright horrifying. With big, piercing eyes reflecting the light, huge canine teeth, and an overall dog-like appearance, but not the kind of dogs we know. Though the Dogman feels like a more modern legend, stories of humanoid wolf creatures go back thousands of years.
They got 2 eyes, or is it just one in there?
Greek and Roman myths spoke of cynocephaly, dog-headed men who lived on the edges of the known world. Medieval Europe had werewolf legends that are thematically similar.
Dog people, they have to be
And in Native American folklore, many tribes spoke of skinwalkers, witches who could take animal form. And they spoke of shape-shifting wolf spirits. But the specific concept of the Dogman as a modern cryptid takes off mostly in the US. But what do you guys think about the trail camera picture? Is it AI or is it all too real?
nothing is real.
Here is an eerie video that comes from a father who lives on a remote property. His backyard and practically his whole house is surrounded by dense forest that goes on for miles. This leads to a lot of strange occurrences for he and his family. Sometimes they'll hear strange noises coming from the tree line, and that's exactly how it started this night. He and his daughter are just sitting outside on their back patio when a strange whistling is heard coming from the distance.
Where are you coming from? Go back inside, all right? Go back inside.
Okay.
Listen.
He tells his daughter to go back inside while he ventures out and investigates. And the encounter only gets stranger. He says he could hear something moving around but couldn't see anything. Then, strange low cries are heard. They sound super close. So he breaks out his flashlight and looks around, all while the strange cries continue. The video suddenly ends and he states, "My phone died, but I couldn't find anyone in the woods and the crying just suddenly stopped."
Who's coming out your phone game?
He couldn't tell if this was someone who was in trouble and potentially even hurt, or if it was something paranormal. Like a ghost crying softly in the night.
That's creepy.
Either way, this would be enough to chill someone to their core. I mean, there's just something about the cries that almost sounds supernatural, like something is trying to deceive him and lead him out deeper into the forest. Now it's said that ghostly spirits and even skinwalkers are said to do this. Mimic humans' voices to try to lure them deeper and deeper to their doom. It's believed the family lives somewhere near the Appalachian Mountains, which makes it even more scary.
Right? Like the Blair Witch Project type shit.
Because the Appalachian Mountains are said to be extremely haunted, because of how big, unexplored, and rugged the area is. But what do you guys think? Was someone in trouble and trying to call out for help? Or was it something more sinister? A malevolent spirit trying to take advantage of someone trying to help?
I doubt it. I don't think it was.
This video comes from back in 2020, but hasn't been seen by virtually anyone. A couple were outside when they began to notice something weird in the sky. What looked like a pair of red glowing eyes were seen looking down at them and blinking. Take a look.
Oh no, it's the Mothman.
Father's gonna hit us.
It blinked. It's back. It's Mothman. Please don't hurt me. Why won't you love me?
Sound like a drone, didn't it?
All we can see are two red lights that disappear and reappear at times.
That's what it sounds like.
The onlookers are calling this the Mothman, since one of the most infamous traits are its red, piercing eyes that are able to be seen at night. The couple starts to joke around by the end of it and tries to laugh it off. But you can tell they're nervous and have no idea what they're seeing. They couldn't make sense of it.
But it sounds like a drone.
Although some say it could just be a drone or something.
That's what I was thinking, 'cause I hear that.
But drones usually have red and green lights, not just red lights like this that look like eyes. It doesn't seem likely to be a drone or flying device of any kind.
Are you sure it's like?
Mothman is one of the creepiest, most iconic paranormal entities in American folklore. It's got everything. Glowing red eyes, prophetic disasters, men in black connections. It's typically described as a large winged humanoid creature with glowing red eyes, a wingspan of 10 to 15 feet, dark or grayish skin or fur, and a height of 6 to 7 feet tall.
The Mothman.
Father's gonna hit us.
It blinked. Please don't hurt me.
Some witnesses claim it flies without flapping its wings, sometimes straight up like a helicopter, and emits an unsettling screeching or hum. So is it possible this couple was being watched by the Mothman this night? Or is it somehow explainable? Let me know in the comments down below. This practically brand new footage captured on July 2nd, 2024 captures what looks to be a shapeshifter. It was taken in Heroica, Veracruz, Mexico. The security camera that filmed it was placed behind the building to keep out intruders, but this was certainly no ordinary intruder. Take a look. At first, we see what looks like a person limping towards the camera.
Exactly. That's what I was telling you.
Something seems off about the walk. But as they near the gate, suddenly the top half of the being seems to disappear into thin air.
It does.
Something straight out of a horror movie, but this was real life.
Right, like the grid.
Skeptics immediately began claiming this was a glitch in the camera's rendering. However, experts applied several light filters and even infrared filters, and they all show the exact same thing. Online viewers are certain this is real footage of a shapeshifter, but what do you guys think? Could this really just somehow be a camera glitch, or is it all too real? Let me know in the comments down below.
I think it's all too real.
Taking a look at another brand new video. This one was just posted on April 23rd, 2025, and is very mysterious. The video seems to show a group of men capturing and carrying unidentified creatures through a field. Here's the footage.
Why are they fucking carrying it?
The supposed creatures look extraterrestrial-like. They're pale, skinny, and have abnormally large heads. We see one man running with one on his back, and 3 other men attempting to carry another one. After watching this clip, it reminded me of another one I covered a few months ago. So here's that one too. According to newer sources, this one comes from Libya, when farmers encountered these creatures while working in the fields at night. The farmers listed that they weren't aggressive, but their behavior was frightening. They seemed to be territorial, guarding their spots, not letting people go past. Some think these supposed creatures could be a lost tribe, hiding out in caves and forests in the remote area.
A lost tribe of freaking skinny naked.
But others think these are aliens, extraterrestrial creatures from another planet that found their way to Earth. According to The Sun UK, a news source, in 2024, Libya has seen a rise in supernatural phenomena. A Boeing 747 pilot captain named Raoud van Pangermannen had various run-ins with mysterious bright light orbs during flights, particularly at night.
They're from the moon.
It commonly happened between Saudi Arabia and Nigeria. Reportedly, these unknown orbs most often appeared over the Sahara Desert, especially between Egypt and Libya. At times, these orbs even followed the aircraft for up to 2,000 miles at times. They moved in formations and flew about erratically. They were also not able to be detected by radar, only seen with their eyes. Despite getting air traffic control involved, no anomalies were detected on the radar, as expected, so they couldn't really do anything about it. So maybe the recent increase in UAP sightings have something to do with these creatures that were just found, or maybe there's no connection at all, and they're just some kind of unidentified humanoid creatures roaming about in Earth's remote regions.
Very true.
I think they're in Earth's.
We're Phoenix Energy, a family-owned oil company focused on unleashing American oil from North Dakota and Montana.
Speaking of crazy UFO sightings, this is one of the most fascinating of all. The incident comes from back in 1963, June 16th, 1963, between 2 and 4 p.m. to be exact. The account comes with multiple compelling photos taken by photographer Paul Villa. Paul claims the UFO came down and landed on his property. Then extraterrestrial beings stepped out and communicated with him and allowed him to take pictures of their craft while they flew around.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
The beings flew the craft and posed for the pictures while hovering close to the ground. You can see some of the photos show the craft flying sideways, almost doing tricks for him. Other times we see it flying as expected, flat and spinning. The old-timey photos are pretty impressive, rather clear images that give us a good glimpse into what he really saw that day. The camera he used to take them was a Japanese-made Roku Shaw camera. The lens he was using was an f/4.6 75mm lens with 120 Kodak. Now obviously a lot of people don't believe him. Because why would aliens come down to him specifically and allow him to take photos of their craft? I mean, he was seemingly just an ordinary guy with a camera. But he still sticks to his story and claims it was all too real.
For real.
That freaked me out for the rest of my days on this planet.
If this is a real story, I mean, this is pretty cool.
True. Very intriguing, that's for sure.
The dude made some alien friends who showed them their otherworldly aircraft and dipped, going about their business as if this never happened. But obviously this account remains up for speculation. I'd love to know what you guys think about this one in the comments. And let me know, would you try to make friends with aliens if you ever encountered them? Here is another recent creature clip that has the internet buzzing. It was just posted on April 27th, 2025. The uploader, SquatchWatch1 on Instagram, states, quote, "A strange, unidentified creature was recently caught on camera moving swiftly on all fours, leaving viewers puzzled and speculating. Cryptid, mutant, or something even stranger." End quote.
Bill?
Something even stranger.
The video is rather short, but it's super clear and rather up close. Allegedly, the man was on a hike through this remote, undisclosed area when he saw this creature walking up the path. Completely frozen in his tracks, he didn't know what to do, other than to take his phone out and film what he was seeing. The creature is covered in dark fur, and it walks quadrupedal. It has extremely long arms and legs. Estimating if this thing wasn't hunched over like this and it was standing up on its hind legs, it would have to be at least 10 feet tall. The weird thing about this one is it actually looks to be a bipedal creature, judging by the way the arms hang down and its back is hunched and sticks up. So it seems it was trying to blend in and maybe look like a bear or rhino or something.
It's not a rhino.
But it obviously wasn't doing a very good job, because it doesn't look anything like a natural wild animal.
It's not a bear, because that bear's...
Now it's said that a lot of cryptid creatures and ghostly spirits do this. Attempt to act like animals to blend into the world around them. But something is always off, and in this one, let's just say a lot of things were off. Cryptozoologists analyze the footage and try to hypothesize what the creature was. Some think it's a Bigfoot, some think it's a skinwalker, and skeptics think it's a really well done costume.
Could be anything.
And it looks like we'll never know the truth for sure until more information comes out about it. And maybe it will, because as I said, this clip is brand new. So I'll definitely be on the lookout for any news or updates on this footage. But until then, on to the next clip. The following extraterrestrial capture was highlighted on May 3rd, 2025. On this evening, a woman sat and watched the news as a string of dangerous weather passed through the nearby area. She was watching the news and weather to stay updated with everything, and to know if any tornadoes or dangerous weather were heading her way. Luckily for her, no tornadoes touched down near her. However, as she watched, she spotted something strange during the live newscast.
What is this?
And basically the entire...
This is a tornado forming. This thing goes crazy, and then after this tornado actually goes away. What is this doing?
As that looks in. Can you still see? Looks like it maybe trying to rope out just a little bit.
What?
A man was breaking down a recent tornado sighting when something potentially extraterrestrial appeared right beside it. The woman is shocked and can't believe what she's seeing.
That's crazy.
We see a weird cloud get more and more defined as the video goes on. It almost looks like a UFO was hiding in the cloud and it came out or something. And then it kind of fades, but it moves towards the tornado. And as soon as it reaches the tornado, it dissipates completely, breaking apart back up into the sky.
It's literally moving towards the tornado. Honey, it's moving towards the tornado. There's this white spot right here. That is a part of it, and it's slowly getting closer. It's about to hit the tornado. But whatever this is, broke all of this apart.
Did this UFO or whatever this was stop the tornado?
That'd be crazy, huh?
Many online users speculated that this was a UFO using a cloaking device, and it stopped working for a second.
Yeah, he's not even paying attention.
That's why it was
He's
revealed.
only paying attention to the tornado.
They also believe that the energy from this cloaking device is what messed with the tornado and caused it to dissipate.
Could be.
In UFO lore, a cloaking device is a technology used by extraterrestrial craft to hide themselves from human detection. This could mean being invisible to the naked eye, undetectable by radar, or even masking their physical presence entirely. There are a couple ways this would work. The first one is with optical invisibility or light bending. It's based on the idea of bending or refracting light around the object. This would make the craft effectively invisible by redirecting light so it couldn't reach your eyes. In real life, scientists are developing metamaterials that can do a crude version of this for certain wavelengths. So it's honestly not too far-fetched. Along with this would be the electromagnetic interference. It supposedly scrambles or suppresses signals like radar, sonar, and infrared detection. In UFO reports, you'll sometimes hear about radios going dead, car engines stalling, or radar screens glitching when a UFO passes by. often attributed to this kind of tech.
Could be. Very well.
So maybe the electromagnetic interference could have been what ultimately messed with the tornado? I thought this clip was cool and interesting though. Some people even say it was aliens trying to help us by getting rid of the tornado. And the fact that the woman caught it live on the news tells us it wasn't staged or edited. It all happened in real time.
Could be.
The following CCTV footage seems to have captured an unknown creature. It comes from a family who lives in a small neighborhood. They have their security camera mounted on the front of their home facing their driveway and the surrounding areas. Every once in a while their camera would be triggered and they would watch it back and it would just be a car driving by or a wild animal or sometimes even a person. All rather innocent captures. But this night it captured what looks to be a flying humanoid. Check it out.
What the hell? That motherfucker's like, I'm going here, I'm dipping the fuck out. What?
They woke up the next morning and checked the camera and watched the eerie footage in shock.
Freaking Mary Poppins and that shit, man.
One of the family members took out their phone and recorded the replay from the security cam, and that's the clip we're seeing.
Right, goodbye.
Analyzing the being, it seems to be wearing some kind of cloak or something.
Then it comes by at this
It
rate.
starts off low to the ground, and then it flies upwards, disappearing from view. Then we see a dark black shadow dart across the road. It appears the creature was flying above, and this was the shadow it was casting below.
Like it's freaking Wizard of Oz type.
But this time it was flying much faster than before. Slowing the footage down and analyzing the shadow, right here it looks to show large wings, something we don't see when it was first captured on camera. Cryptid enthusiasts began calling this one the Mothman. However, in the first clip it doesn't really look like what a Mothman is said to look like, but here is the description of the Mothman regardless. It's described as a large humanoid figure, typically 6 to 7 feet tall. It has massive bat-like or moth-like wings spanning to 10 to 15 feet. Witnesses claim it can take off vertically like a helicopter and glide silently through the air. Its body is human-shaped or vaguely humanoid, often cloaked in shadow or with a grayish black skin or fur covering.
Yeah. Right.
So what do you guys think? Is this the Mothman? Or is it a different creature, or maybe even something completely different and explainable? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.
I think it was something completely different.
Here is another pretty eerie security camera video. It comes out of Brazil, taken by one of the town's CCTV cameras. Apparently, authorities were reviewing the footage when they came across this, and they couldn't come up with an explanation.
That's weird. That is definitely weird, man. Kind of looks like it's... I don't know.
The video taken on March 8th, 2025 shows a strange light anomaly.
Looks like War of the Worlds type shit, don't it?
Out of nowhere, a glowing blue and white light appears and slowly floats about. As the video goes on, it slowly dissipates until eventually it disappears completely, like it was never there in the first place. Now if you look closely, it almost looks like something is walking, like it has legs or something, and it's slowly moving away from the camera. Now skeptics tried to explain this one with a phenomenon called ball lightning. However, ball lightning, hence the name, appears in a ball shape, not in a strange light like this. Also, the weather was rather clear, no storms reported in the area. And lightning storms are the only things that are known to produce ball lightning. So others believe this was some kind of portal or something from another dimension. Now some say Earth, and possibly other parts of the universe, contains natural or artificial gateways that connect different points in space. And sometimes time. Think of it like a wormhole or a stargate. Through these portals, extraterrestrial craft or beings could travel across vast distances instantly. A separate but connected theory is that some aliens and cryptids aren't from another planet, rather another dimension or parallel reality. Our universe might be one of many, stacked and layered on top of each other. Occasionally, beings from these realms can cross over. This would definitely explain why cryptid creatures like Bigfoot or aliens are so elusive and rarely seen. So maybe that was a portal caught on camera late that night?
This game, you're not ready for it.
You're in the middle of this beautiful sci-fi environment, and you're seeing intrigue, the espionage, the alliances form, the power that shifts around, and it's amazing to watch.
Simple actions can have massive effects.
You can cooperate with people, compete with them, make friendships, deceive them, betray them.
It's amazing to think that it's all just other players.
This shocking paranormal video hasn't really been seen before, and it's honestly one of the scariest and more convincing clips I've seen, judging by what he captures and the way he reacts. The uploader, TikTok user Certified Geo, states, quote, "I found an abandoned farmhouse. I went inside and explored and captured this after I got out. Please excuse my language," end quote. Roll the clip.
Yo, what the f is that? What the is that?
So after he had already been inside and explored the whole thing, he came out and caught this. This means whatever that was in there with him the entire time. The video starts out with him shining his flashlight at the farmhouse and zooming in with his phone. A dark, human-like silhouette is seen moving back and forth in the top window. The shadow is completely pitch black. The tone in the man's voice tells us he was truly chilled. He only records for about 13 seconds, then ends the video and gets out of there as quickly as he can. Now I wish we knew more about the history of this abandoned farmhouse. But because it's an old abandoned building in the middle of nowhere, it would probably be almost impossible to find any information about it. Old abandoned places like this typically carry stories and history, sometimes tragic, violent, or emotionally intense. Folklore loves to attach ghost stories to locations with rich or mysterious pasts. The idea is that intense emotions, fear, anger, or sorrow, leave a psychic imprint or energy stain on a place, creating hauntings. But obviously, this creepy-looking farmhouse will remain a mystery. I also forgot to mention this was the only video he has ever uploaded to TikTok, and he uploaded it all the way back in September of 2023. So if it were a hoax, he likely would have continued making content like this and capitalizing off it, seeing as this video performed pretty well. But he didn't, so it still remains a mystery. Now, as I was researching, I stumbled upon this strange dogman sighting, and it's a super mysterious one. It's believed it comes from a man who was out in the woods somewhere in the US. He decided to go do some solo exploring this night, a decision he would soon regret, as eventually he ran into this absolutely terrifying creature.
Hard to tell. I'm guessing that's what it is.
The footage is pretty blurry, but we still get a decent glimpse at this thing. We see an upright beast with a human-like body and an animalistic head. It almost looks like some kind of goblin. As soon as the man's flashlight hits it, it turns its head and looks right at him. And this is where the video cuts off. It has large, pointed ears sticking straight up, darkish fur, and a muscular frame. Strange Spotting Official on Instagram highlights the footage and states, "I have no info on this new Dogman footage circulating the internet. But I can say the thing in frame looks absolutely terrifying." And I have to agree with them. But I definitely do wish the footage was clearer and that we had some more information about it. Dogmen are allegedly most commonly sighted in the US. So that's why this one is believed to come from the US. But besides that, we're left pretty much empty-handed with information. So do you all think this video is real? Did this man really have an encounter with Dogman and survive? Or is it too good to be true? Let me know. Now this is a little bit of a different segment. I wanted to share with you guys some brand new Bigfoot videos, but sadly these ones are AI. So it's becoming a little harder to distinguish between real cryptid creatures and artificial cryptid creatures. But I wanted to share these ones with you guys regardless, not only because they're cool videos that show what Bigfoot would look like in perfect 4K quality, but also to teach you the noticeable differences between real videos and AI videos. So all that being said, here are the two new clips coming from TikTok user Havoc Theory. Havoc Theory created these two amazing and similar AI videos. The first one gives us a close-up of what Bigfoot's face would look like. Wrinkly, aged skin, long shaggy hair, human-like features. It's such a cool representation of Bigfoot. The second video is pretty similar, showing us more of the Yeti variant. It still has the human-like features, but this time the skin is lighter and the fur is bright white. It has perfect camouflage to blend in with the wintry environment. Now, even though AI is getting pretty good, there are some key differences between them and real-life videos. AI often struggles with subtle micro-expressions on faces, smooth, natural hand movements, especially around the face or objects, blinking rates that feel unnatural, either too frequent, too perfect, or not at all. AI-generated characters also might move too stiffly or too fluidly in a slightly uncanny way. When these creatures walk away in the videos, we can see those imperfections, and in the way the eyes move as well. So I hope you all enjoyed this different kind of segment, and I hope you all learned something. And I hope you enjoyed the cool Bigfoot representations, of course. A woman named Sarah owns a rural property. We all know the cliche paranormal stories of living on a rural property, such as ghostly figures in the tree lines, weird voices, and unknown creatures appearing. But what we don't hear as often are alien stories on these rural properties. Sure, there are some, but this one is different. Sarah claims extraterrestrials live on and around her property, stalking her and terrorizing her. She reportedly has many security cameras on her property, some on her home and some on the woods surrounding. One night, one of her cameras on her house was triggered, and this is what it captured.
It's pink.
A gray, extraterrestrial-looking being right up in the lens.
Pink, not gray.
It's skinny and pale, with huge black eyes on its large head. It has the typical look of an alien gray. Now Sarah claims to have had other encounters with weird creatures on her property. She sees, quote, sleek, shadowy aliens with elongated limbs and glowing eyes darting through her fields. She says these creatures' movement are way too swift, and they maneuver between corn stalks and scale her barn with insect-like precision. She also allegedly took this photo of one of the aliens. She, along with many cryptozoologists, believe these are alien greys. Alien greys, also called Zeta reticulans in some circles, are a species of extraterrestrial beings frequently reported by people claiming alien encounters, abductions, or sightings. They're the classic alien image you picture in your head when someone says UFO. But anyways, do you believe Sarah? And what would you do if you were in her shoes? Would you sell the property or attempt to make peace with the unidentified creatures? So on this channel, I often talk about all the unknown creatures, but what about some of the scariest known creatures on the planet? And let me tell you, you're not ready for this one. Now everyone knows what a bear is, but not many know this specific bear. They call him the Boss.
Damn.
The photos pictured come in from Parks Canada. The bear they call the Boss has survived being hit by a train not once but twice. He reportedly survived 2 train collisions near Banff National Park. I mean, how can you survive 1, let alone 2 train collisions? Apparently, the bear just got up and walked it off both times. He really is the boss. But they're just reporting that he has emerged from hibernation on April 10th, 2025. Another thing that gives this grizzly bear his name is that he has fathered over 70% of the cubs in his range. He uses his immense size and strength to outcompete rival males. His dominance has left a major genetic imprint on Banff's grizzly population. He's also over 20 years old, and despite the efforts of younger bears, none have been able to take his spot at the top. Just such a crazy story. I mean, grizzly bears are scary enough, right? But imagine encountering the Boss in the wild. I would love to see him, but would not want to be anywhere close to him. And hopefully from here on out, he decides to steer clear from trains. Not for his safety, of course, but the trains. So in this first video, a woman thinks she saw and filmed an alien abduction. She states, "I believe I recorded an alien encounter/abduction at 3 a.m. this morning. Just 5 nights earlier, I recorded a UFO above our house." And she also includes footage of that. So here's the first video. You can hear some kind of weird frequency sounds. Then we see a light appear and a man screams out for help. The uploader of the video claims that she had a similar encounter with aliens. She said this is the same teardrop-shaped ball of light she saw when she experienced them. And this video is chilling enough, but here is the video of the strange, unidentified flying object she captured in the sky 5 nights prior.
Green. It's spinning. It's literally spinning. Can you see it? And all those clouds were out here earlier. Look at that, look at that. It's spinning. Yeah.
It's some kind of mysterious light orb. It remains stationary in the sky, changing colors and spinning quickly. Now, even though her claims are fascinating and convincing, some don't believe her.
Yeah, right.
Skeptics say the light during the supposed abduction was just a house light that turned on and it was all just a coincidence. But why was the man yelling for help then? And how can you explain the UAP she caught on camera? Maybe something extraterrestrial really is going on around there? But even if this sighting here isn't legit, there's so much other evidence out there. Over the decades, plenty of alien abduction stories have stood out for being especially compelling, well-documented, or downright bizarre. So here are just a few. The Betty and Barney Hill abduction of 1961. The Hills, a couple from New Hampshire, claimed they were abducted by aliens while they were traveling home from vacation in Canada. They experienced symptoms such as missing times, strange marks, and recurring nightmares, which led them to undergo hypnosis. While they were both under hypnosis, they both described an eerily similar experience, an experience of being taken on board of a UFO by extraterrestrial beings. It was one of the first widely publicized abduction cases, and the couple's consistency and sincerity made the story hard to dismiss. Next, we have the Travis Walton case, 1975. Travis Walton, a logger in Arizona, went missing for 5 days after he and his crew saw a glowing UFO in the forest. His coworkers even reported it to the police. Walton reappeared days later, dazed and confused, claiming to have been taken aboard an alien ship where strange beings experimented on him. Why this one is so widely believed is multiple eyewitnesses corroborated seeing a UFO. And Walton also passed multiple lie detector tests, which is hard to do, though skeptics remain. And these are only a couple of some of the most credible alien abduction stories, so even if you don't believe this new video clip I just showed was real, perhaps one of these accounts piqued your interest and maybe even made you question life as you know it. Now this is a very weird new video clip, just released on April 28th, 2025, so it's practically brand new. The caption reads, "Ball lightning UFO caught on camera." In the video, a man is standing in a rainy parking lot when this strange phenomenon occurs. It looks like a ball of lightning and energy appears and runs rampant through the parking lot. It moves around sporadically, but then at the end it materializes into a metallic ball-like object. It's no longer a light, but a perfect metallic sphere spitting out lightning. Then the video cuts off. The video reportedly comes from somewhere in California. Now some are saying this is something called ball lightning. Ball lightning is one of those weird, elusive natural phenomena that sits right on the edge of science and folklore, because no one fully understands it yet. Ball lightning is a rare and unexplained atmospheric electrical phenomenon. It appears as a floating, glowing sphere of light, usually about the size of a grapefruit to a basketball, but sometimes bigger or smaller, that hovers in the air for a few seconds before either disappearing or exploding. It moves erratically or follows a path, sometimes accompanied by a hissing or crackling sound. It may leave behind a sulfurous or burnt odor, and occasionally it explodes with a loud bang. But this video here doesn't appear to show the ordinary ball lightning phenomenon. With the metallic spherical craft appearing at the end, this definitely leans more towards the supernatural rather than a natural phenomenon. Although, scientists don't entirely agree on what causes ball lightning. There's the plasma-based theory. It's a form of plasma, or ionized gas, created by regular lightning strikes. There's the vaporized materials theory. Lightning strikes the ground, vaporizing silicone or other materials, which then react with the air to create glowing balls. And the microwave cavity theory. Lightning creates microwaves trapped inside a plasma bubble, causing the visible ball. But there's also the supernatural theory, that it's something otherworldly entirely, since scientists can't figure out what it is. Anyways, I don't know what the heck was going on in this video. Let me know if you guys have any kind of explanation.
Alright, what do you think?
Yeah, it's kind of tight, man. He had a lot of good stuff, but he was using good stuff from
Yeah, he always has some good stuff. Anyways, everybody, you know, just come back and do a quick stream and just have some fun on here watching some video, watching a big compilation and stuff. And
Yeah, that was tight.
Yeah, we'll keep getting more into it. I'm going on vacation here pretty soon, so we'll probably do something after I get back and whatnot. But hope you all enjoyed.
Yeah, that was interesting though, man.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody, we'll see you in the next one.
you.